Hello everyone, my name is Faraz, and today I want to talk about article of broadcast. This is my presentation. The content what we will talk about is the article of broadcasting, sentence building 5W plus 1H, verbal and nominal identification, active passive formation, sentence patterns, classifications, vocabulary enhancement, translations into Indonesian, and reason author use sentence. The article Radio broadcasting. Radio broadcasting is unidirectional wireless transmission over radio waves intended to reach a wide audience. Broadcasting encompasses several technologies that transmit content or data. Due to the introduction of new technologies, the way radio is defined is changing even more. The working of radio waves are carried or emitted by carrier waves. Radio waves are reflected by the air layer of atmosphere. It is at this layer that radio waves are reflected back to Earth, which are then captured by the signal receiving tower. Nielsen Audio, formerly known as Britain, the United States-based company that reports on radio audience, defines a radio station as a government licensed AM or FM station. Traditional radio broadcasting includes AM and FM stations. There are several subtypes, namely commercial broadcasting, non-commercial, educational, public broadcasting, and non-profit varieties, as well as community radio and student-run college campus radio stations through the world. The earliest form of radio waves, called the thermionic valve, was invented in 1904 by English physicist John Ambrose Fleming. The first broadcast is reported to have occurred in 1909 by Charles Herrold in California. His station later became KCBS, still existing today as an all-news AM station of San Francisco. Next is 5W plus 1H. What is the meaning of radio broadcast? 2. What invented the thermionic valve? 3. When the thermionic valve was found. 4. Where the first broadcast was held. 5. Why the way radio is defined is changing. 6. How radio waves works. Next one is the answer. First, radio broadcasting is unidirectional wireless transmission over radio waves intended to reach a wide audience. 2. The invented the thermionic valve John Ambrose Fleming. 3rd, the thermionic valve was found in 1904. 4. The first broadcast was held in California. 5. The way radio is defined is changing because due to the introduction of new technologies. 6. Radio waves are carried or emitted by carrier waves. Radio waves are reflected by the air layer of Earth's atmosphere. It is at this layer that radio waves are reflected back to Earth, which are then captured by the signal receiving tower. Next content is verbal and nominal identification. Number 1. Sentence radio broadcasting is unidirectional wireless transmission of radio waves intended to reach a wide audience. It's nominal. 2nd, the working of radio waves carried or emitted by carrier waves is nominal. 3rd, radio waves are reflected by the air layer of Earth's atmosphere. It is at this layer that radio waves are reflected back to Earth, which are then captured by the signal receiving tower. It's nominal. 4. Nielsen Audio, formerly known as Britain, the United States-based company that reports on radio audience, defines a radio station as a government licensed AM or FM station is nominal also. Fifth, the earliest form of radio waves, called the harmonic valve, was invented in 1904 by English physicist John Ambrose Fleming, is verbal. Sixth, the first broadcast is reported to have occurred in 1909 by Charles Herald in California, is nominal. And seven, his station later became KCBS, still existing today as an all-news AM station of San Francisco, is verbal. 8. Traditional radio broadcasting includes AM and FM stations. There are several subtypes, namely commercial broadcasting, non-commercial, educational, public broadcasting, and non-profit varieties, as well as community radio and students-run college campus radio stations through the world. Is N. And last is 9. Due to the introduction of new technologies, the way radio is defined is changing even more. Is N. Phenomenal. And the next one is active-passive formation. Number 1 sentence: radio broadcasting is unidirectional wireless transmission over radio waves intended to reach a wide audience. Is active. Unidirectional wireless transmission of radio waves intended to reach a wide audience is radio broadcasting. Is passive. The working of radio waves are carried or emitted by carrier waves. It's an active, and for the passive is carried or emitted by carrier waves are the working of radio waves. Third, radio waves are reflected by the air layer of Earth's atmosphere. It is at this layer that radio waves are reflected back to Earth, which are then captured by the signal receiving tower. Was active, and the passive is reflected by the air layer of Earth's atmosphere. It is at this radio that radio waves are reflected back to Earth, which are then captured by the signal receiving tower, are radio waves. The fourth is the earliest form of radio waves, called the harmonic valve, was invented in 1904 by English physicist John Ambrose Fleming. That is passive. In 1904 by English physicist John Ambrose Fleming was invented the earliest form of radio waves, called the harmonic valve. That's a passive. And the last is 5. The first radio broadcasting is reported to have occurred in 1909 by Charles Herald in California. That's an active. Occurred in 1909 by Charles Herald in California is the first broadcast report. That's the passive. Sentence patterns identification. Number 1. The first broadcast subject is verb. Reports to have occurred in 1909 by Charles Herald is an object. In California, it's NAP. Tense simple past tense. Number 2. Radio broadcasting subject is verb. And unidirectional wireless transmission is object. Over radio waves intended to reach audience is 80. Simple past tense. 3. The earliest form of radio waves, called the harmonic valves, was verb. Invented in 1904. Object by English physicist John Ambrose Fleming. AP. Simple past tense. For his station, subject later became verb. KCBS, still existing today as an all-news AM station. Object out of San Francisco is AP. Simple past tense. Vocabulary enhancement. Number 1. Vocabulary: broadcasting, pronounced spelling broadcasting, meaning penyiaran. Number 2. Radio, pronounced spelling radio, meaning radio. 3. Wireless, pronounced spelling wireless, meaning telepon radio. 4. Audience, pronounced spelling audience, hadirin. 5. Technologies, pronounced spelling technology, meaning technology. 6. Earth, pronounced spelling earth, meaning bumi. 7. Audio, pronounced spelling audio, meaning penerimaan bunyi. Translation into Indonesia. Siaran radio adalah transmisi nirkabel searah melalui gelombang radio yang ditunjukkan untuk menjangkau halayak luas. Penyiaran mencakup beberapa teknologi yang mengirimkan konten atau data. Karena pengenalan teknologi baru, cara radio didefinisikan semakin berubah. Cara kerja gelombang radio dilakukan atau dipancarkan oleh gelombang pembawa. Gelombang radio dipantulkan oleh lapisan udara atmosfer bumi. Pada lapisan inilah gelombang radio dipantulkan kembali ke bumi yang kemudian ditangkap oleh penerima sinyal. Nielsen Audio, sebelumnya dikenal sebagai Arbitron, perusahaan yang berbasis di Amerika Serikat yang melaporkan pemirsa radio, mendefinisikan stasiun radio sebagai stasiun AM atau FM yang dilisensi pemerintah. Siaran radio tradisional mencakup stasiun AM dan FM. Ada beberapa subtype, yaitu penyiaran komersil, pendidikan non-komersil, penyiaran publik, dan varieties nirlaba, serta radio komunitas dan stasiun radio kampus yang dikelola mahasiswa di seluruh dunia. Bentuk gelombang radio paling awal yang disebut katup termonik ditemukan pada tahun 1904 oleh fisikawan Inggris John Ambrose Fleming. Siaran pertama dilaporkan terjadi pada tahun 1909 oleh Charles Herald di California. Stasiunnya kemudian menjadi KCBS, masih ada hari ini sebagai stasiun AM semua berita dari Francisco. Reason why author use extensions. The author used more past from in the article about broadcast because the article tells about history of broadcasts that already passed. Thank you, lecturer Mr. Zalzulifa and my friend. This is my presentation. Thanks for watching.